Welcome back to Hometown TCG, ladies and gentlemen. My name's John.
And I'm Josh.
And today we're talking about the Monarch Pre-release, the format of it, how it's going to go, what to expect.
It's here.
Kind of a guide.
It's here. I'm so excited. We want to give you guys, we understand this might be the very first time you're opening packs on site, building a deck, your first sealed event, kind of let you know what to expect and what the event's going to be like, give you an idea of the format.
Yeah, so the first thing to know about any sealed event is that you gotta bring sleeves with you.
Oh my goodness, bring sleeves. What if you open a cold foil?
Yeah, you're playing with first edition cards. You don't want to be like, oh shoot, I didn't even think. Yeah, bring your sleeves, bring a play mat. If you use any dice or anything, make sure you all have that normal stuff.
All the stuff you normally bring to play. Make sure you bring an empty box for leaving the event. It could, raining outside, things like that.
Yeah, and then bring some water. But don't leave the water on the table.
Don't put the water on the table. Bring the water, stealable container, not on the table. No water on the table. Oh, another great thing to bring, plenty of proxy-capable cards. It's very popular to bring a lot of cracked baubles, so if you do pull a legendary, you don't want to shuffle it and play it, you can write on it.
Yeah, a lot of places will let you do that, especially because there's now a couple cards that are legendaries that shuffle into your deck.
Into the deck.
So that's something that you could always do.
Absolutely. And the last thing you need to bring is a really kind of, I guess, a bubbly attitude and a patient demeanor. Because we need to remember, this event is definitely an exposure to the community. It's a celebration. It's a fun event. It's not meant to be your super top 8 grindy, hardcore gamer event, right? It's fun.
Yeah, it's supposed to be a fun thing. There aren't prizes in it. So it's just kind of going to be a learning experience for a lot of people.
Yes.
A lot of people, it's going to be their first event.
Yes, and if it's your first event, don't be shy. Don't be timid. A lot of the players in this community want to help you. They want to teach you. So just be patient with them, be ready to play, and really enjoy yourself.
Yeah, if you think about it from like an experienced person's perspective, they want to grow the game.
Yes.
Like they're there to help you if you're just beginning. And if you are an experienced player, be that person to them. There's people that don't know anybody. You knew like nothing when you first started.
Yes.
So think about that. And,
so yeah, be patient, be willing to help other people, be happy, enjoy the environment. Bring all that stuff with you. You're going to have a good time. But we keep mentioning the sealed. What if you don't know what sealed is? What's sealed?
So sealed event is where you get 6 packs. Okay. You open them up and you build your deck out of whatever you get.
And you pull a legendary and a cold foil right away.
That'd be great.
Almost guaranteed, right? 100%. We can almost guarantee that somebody that watches this video will do that.
100%. I'm willing to bet a lot.
There you go.
If you pull that, that's gonna feel good.
That will feel good.
But make sure you have your sleeves with you.
Yes, your sleeves. So you get 6 packs, and you have to build a deck out of those cards that you open. Are there any constraints to that deck?
So it's a 30 card minimum.
Sure.
But the thing is, with this game,
fatigue. It's a thing.
Fatigue is a thing. You're playing with your 20 life character. Now the normal 20 life format is Blitz, but in Blitz you have a 40 card deck.
Yes.
This is even less than that, and your deck's not going to be as powerful as Blitz. So decking out is a real thing.
Decking out is it's a very real thing. You need to keep fatigue in mind. We definitely recommend playing more than 30 as long as you have playables. Don't just throw in cracked baubles to get yourself above 30. But
yeah, that's not going to work.
But play more than 30. Now, when it comes to heroes, and I believe all the common weapons, those are tokens, and tokens are widely available. If you want to play tokens, you can either share amongst your neighbors, you can proxy them onto your cracked baubles, provided they are the tokens. There are majestic and rarer weapons that you cannot proxy. You have to open those, but you can proxy all of the tokens and play with those, right?
Right. Any tokens are free to use whether you draw them or not in your packs.
And if you want to use one, again, this is a community event. It's kind of a celebration. Don't be afraid to ask the people at your event.
Exactly.
I'm looking to play Sarah Bolton. I didn't pull a Sarah Bolton token. Did you?
Right. All right. So you got that. Now you're going to build your deck. Or when you open your packs, let's talk about a general strategy.
Okay. So the organizer hands you your 6 packs. What do you do?
Okay. First of all, you're going to want to open all 6 packs right away. Don't just do it slowly, one at a time. Open your 6 packs and sort right away. All right. Get your equipment on one side, generics, and then the 4 different classes.
Yes, equipment brings up a good point, right? You definitely want to sort your equipment because you must. Any equipment you pull, you can play, but that doesn't guarantee you a full set.
Right. Most people won't have a full set of equipment. So if you have a full set of equipment, that might be a good tip to play that class.
Exactly. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
So you get them sorted, and then I would kind of just count them up. And you look, it's like, I got 15 warrior cards, but I got 20 brute cards.
Definitely leaning towards brute because the 30 plus number is going to be much easier to hit with brute.
So you're looking for that. What are some other things you're looking for out of your cards?
So when I'm looking to see if I can find a bomb. Let's say if I have if I have two classes that are equal, but let's say I have two Majestics for Brute, or I have something that's doing, 6 damage, two cards that are guaranteed to do 6 damage. That's a lot in this format. Maybe a card that's meant to do 9 damage. Maybe I pulled the Sarah Bolton specialization and both weapons or something. I'm looking at that point to play that class because I have what I consider to be a bomb. And as soon as you draw a bomb, it could give you an advantage in the format. And you kind of will play a little defensive. You'll be a little back foot until you draw your bomb, and that's your moment, right?
Yeah, that's your strategy. I think that brings up a good point is you want to have a strategy.
Yes.
So we look at it, we see, okay, I have a bomb for this class. I'm probably going to build this class as long as I have enough cards for them.
Yes.
And I want to identify what are my most powerful cards, and I'm going to try throughout the game to set up those cards. I'm going to wait till I get those cards, then switch and go super aggressive at that point.
Absolutely. And this brings up, I think, the most interesting aspect of the sealed format is unlike any of the other constructed formats, your whole deck is open to be changed between matches, right?
Yes, exactly. So if you find out that you built your deck and you're like, ooh, this didn't exactly work, you can take out some of the cards, add in some others. Or if you really don't like that hero, you could just completely scrap it and use a different hero for the next match.
Now, mind you, be courteous of your players around you. Don't take a bunch of time doing this. If you can do it very quickly, that's one thing. But let's say you cut a card, maybe a generic, and you see your opponent next to you in the game played it, and it looked like a lot of fun. It looked effective. Don't be afraid. Take something out, slot that card in, or maybe just slot the extra card in, play an extra card. Your deck is a fluid thing that as you figure it out, as you solve the puzzle, don't be afraid to change.
Right, it is a puzzle too.
Oh, man.
Because a lot of the cards, we haven't even seen all the cards spoiled. So you may not know all the interactions right off the bat, but as you play it the first time, you're like, oh my gosh, I'm understanding this. I need more blues in my deck. I need more whatever.
So that brings up an interesting point. The final thing we would think with deck building is make sure you remember that you need pitch. All of these powerful red cards are fun to play. They look like they're going to do stuff. You need pitch. You got to play blues. Find your impactful blues that in a pinch can be used to do things, and don't be afraid to throw a bunch of blues in your deck just to have the available resources.
Exactly.
You said a lot of you said something interesting that made me think of the professor who recently joined our Fab community. Remember, reading the card explains the card. Most of the time, if you have any questions, you can read these cards thoroughly. If you read them out loud with your opponent, you can get to the bottom of how they work. It's going to be a great time. It's going to be fun to interact with the opponent, the player across from you, try to solve this puzzle, ask the judge. I don't know if you can tell, we're pumped.
Yeah, dude, it's going to be exciting. Do you have any other points to make? Any other tips?
My tips again would just be really enjoy this. Pre-releases and sealed events like this, where the set's not known, everything's not solved. They don't come around very often, guys. They're one in a million. Take advantage of them. Embrace the environment. Embrace the atmosphere. Have fun with it. And if you pull something cool, someone pulls something cool next to you, celebrate it, man. That'll be a cool moment.
Yeah, I think for a lot of people, this may be their first time kind of getting together with a group of people even.
Yes, especially post the pandemic.
Yeah, I mean, so things are opening up a little bit more now.
Sure.
So maybe you have that opportunity to play in person with a group. And if you do, have fun with that. Get that spider off you.
Spider!
And expect you'll play 3 or 4 rounds and have a good time with that.
Oh, the spider was my ally that I summoned with my legendary. You ruined it. Guys, we're Hometown TCG. We hope you guys have a great time with this. We're excited. We can't wait to play against our local play group. We hope to see a lot of you guys out there. I'm Josh.
And I'm John.
And we will see you in the next one.
Later.